Welcome to the quick guide to Voidwastes in Throne and Liberty. This time, we'll discover how to defeat all the bosses in the dungeon, so let's get started. If you want to skip straight to the final boss, you can fast forward the video to the minutes shown on the screen. So, when you fight the first mini-boss, the only thing you need to know, aside from dodging the AOS, is that it will use an ability that pulls everyone to the center. In this case, you'll need to dodge the yellow walls before the purple zone traps you. The second mini-boss is very similar to the first one. The difference is that when it pulls the group to the center, you'll now need to interact with some orbs to open the yellow walls and pass through before the purple zone traps you. When we reach the end of the dungeon, we will encounter the final boss, Shakarux. The first thing you need to know about Shakarux is that during almost the entire fight, you will see 3 activated pillars, each of which will trace a purple line towards the boss. Every time the line impacts Shakarux, he will gain charges. If these charges reach 30, the boss will trigger an explosion that will kill everyone. So, to avoid this, you should assign 3 teams of 2 players, and they will block the purple lines. The reason for having 2 players per line is that now you will be the one generating the charges, and if you reach 30, you will explode. With a teammate, you can rotate the charges to prevent this. Another important thing is that in the 2-star dungeons, you will need to start using the movement parry when you see the purple diamond, like the one shown in the video. A tip for this boss is that if you are doing the purple line mechanic and need to do the movement parry, you can do it backward to avoid stepping out of the line. The next mechanic is the red vortex, which is the same as the one we see in Cursed Wasteland. When you see the red orb above your head, you should position yourself away from the group so that the vortex won't interfere with anyone. Another thing to keep in mind is that when you see the entire group with a yellow eye above their heads, you should group up in the middle of the boss so that the healer and the tank can use their defensive and group healing abilities to reduce the damage from the explosion. But don't confuse that mechanic with the one that follows, where only one person will have a yellow eye. That player must go to the 2 yellow eye pillars so that Shakarux can destroy them with his area attack. Oh, and a small tip to avoid dying in this mechanic is to watch when the boss crouches. At that moment, you can start running toward the other pillar. And finally, once the boss is below 35% health, Shakarux will place 2 red orbs that will trigger to vortexes. You will also have to face the yellow eye mechanic, but this time the boss will perform it twice in a row. So stay alert to the double mechanic and use the tip I gave you about moving once the boss is crouched. Thank you for watching, and sorry if I missed anything important.